Good morning, guys. Hi. I picked out my favorite book from Ainsley's room this morning, and it's called Lifesize by Sophy Henn. I was super excited to get this book just because it has a lot of really interesting facts in it. So I'm going to go ahead and read this to you guys. This is an Usborne book. So if you know any Usborne reps, you can get this book from them. All right. An African elephant's feet are so big we can only fit 2 life-size toenails on this page. Get your toes out and see who has the biggest toenails, you or an African elephant. I'm going to get my toes out and we're going to see. Look how big his toenail is. My whole foot fits on there. There are so many wonderful creatures on this planet, from the teeny tiny to the utterly gigantic. But just how teeny tiny or utterly gigantic are they? Well, in this book, you can see for yourself, because every time you see the word life size, you will know you are looking at an animal or part of an animal that is actual size for real. So let's go on a life size adventure and see how you measure up against some of the world's most amazing animals. Here's a life size bee hummingbird. Isn't it tiny? In fact, it's the world's smallest bird and it can beat its wings a super speedy 80 times per second. Try flapping your arms that fast. I don't think I can flap my wings that fast. High five a polar bear. Put your paw on the polar bear's life-size paw. Whose is the biggest? Even when I spread my hand out super far, it's not even as big as his paw. Polar bears live in a place called the Arctic, which is rather chilly. Brr. Huge paws help spread their weight on the snow and ice. Who else lives there? A narwhal's tusk is actually a tooth that grows through its top lid. Ouch! It can be over 8 feet long. These life-size lampreys have 11 to 12 rows of teeth. That's a lot of brushing before bedtime. Try on a life-size Toko toucan's beak. Hold it up to the side of your nose. How does it look? It looks pretty good. The Toko toucan lives in the hot, leafy forest of Cuba. Its super snazzy beak makes up 1/3 of its total size. That's like you having a beak that's half as tall as you are. What other birds live in Cuba's forests? Cuban parakeets are really sociable. This life-size parakeet is enjoying the shade and looking for some parakeet friends to play with. Aren't these life-size toadies pretty? Their bright feathers aren't just for show. They're for camouflage in the colorful Cuban forests. Look, a flamboyance of flamingos! You are eye to eye with a life-size giant squid. Turn the page and look through the hole to see how you would look with a giant squid eye. That is how big his eye is. My eyes fit through that hole. Giant squid live near the bottom of the oceans where it is very dark. This is where having the largest eyes on the planet comes in handy. Big eyes help them to see better in the dark, which is useful when they're on the lookout for lunch. Who else lives there? Irukandji jellyfish are the smallest jellyfish in the world. They glow in the dark just like the giant squid, but don't let the tiny twinkliness of this life-size jellyfish fool you. It has a powerful sting. Come sit up here. Okay, well then move, please. This life-size pea crab is tiny. Although he is only 0.2 inches wide, he has 10 legs. That's 8 more than you. And see that teeny tiny crab? Roar like a Bengal tiger. Hold the book under your nose to see what you would look like with a life-size tiger roar. Roar. Most Bengal tigers live in the vast forests of India, but it's easy for them to stay in touch as their roars can be heard up to 2 miles away. Pardon? What other animals can you spot? This is a life-size tiger centipede. These creatures have so many legs that they are bound to lose one here or there, but don't worry, they can just grow another. Gray langur monkeys and chital deer are great friends, warning each other if there are any predators coming. Look out for the tiger! Here is a leaf. Not really. It's a life-size leaf insect. These clever insects pretend to be leaves so they can hide from predators. Sneaky. Stick your tongue out at a life-size giraffe. Whose tongue is longer? Giraffes live on the hot grassy plains of Africa. They are the world's tallest animal, so it makes sense that they have an extraordinarily long tongue. This helps them reach the leaves on the acacia trees. Yum! What other animals live here? Cheetahs are completely dotty. No, really. They each have up to 3,000 spots. African elephants are the largest land animals on the planet. They also have the biggest ears, which they flap to keep cool. The life-size male rainbow lizard is usually reddish-brown, but it turns rainbow-colored to impress female lizards. Try these life-size kangaroo ears on for size. Hold them up to your forehead and jump around a bit. You're practically a kangaroo. Red kangaroos live in the hot and dusty Australian outback. Their big pointy ears can swivel to pick up sounds from all around. What other creatures live here? The fancy frill-necked lizard opens its mouth and pushes out its frill to scare away other animals. Boo! To get out of the hot sun, this life-size desert scorpion can burrow up to 3 feet down with a twirly spiral. Phew! And then this just kind of shows you all of the animals mentioned in the book, from the biggest all the way to the smallest. And the smallest is the bee hummingbird, and it's so tiny you can't even see it on the page. It's super, super tiny. So that was our book today called Lifesize. And like I said, it is one of my favorite books that Ainsley has. I like all the really cool facts about the animals. And this is a life-size panda. This is what a panda's face would be life-size. I think that's pretty cool. So I will make another video tomorrow for you guys. Bye!